everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing great. So if you've been following up with the Nokia news, HMD Global recently announced a crazy amount of earbuds. They've got a Clarity earbud, they've got a Comfort earbud, a Micro earbud, a Go earbud, a Solo earbud, and even a wired earbud. And each of them are further differentiated into those offering active noise cancellation and those with wireless charging. So crazy amount of earbuds, I'm not sure for what reason. But in April 2021, they announced two earbuds, the BH-205 and the BH-805, alongside with the Nokia X series and the G series. So previously, I've been using the Nokia BH-605. This is one of the first earbuds that I actually reviewed. I'm really impressed with what the BH-605 had to offer at that time. At that time, I was using earbuds made by a company called Rokin. So coming from Rokin, this is definitely a much better improvement. The only downside to the BH-605 is that it has this rigid ear tip, which actually causes discomfort, especially for those with a small ear canal like me. So prolonged use is definitely something of discomfort, and the outer part of it is all glossy, so there's no telling where the touch panels are, so you're going to take some time fiddling around to know where the touch panels are. Other than these two, it was an absolute pleasure to be using the BH-605. So after the BH-605, that was actually really a paucity. There were no new Nokia branded earbuds made by HMD Global, and then we came with the news that another company called RichGo has actually backed the rights to produce Nokia branded accessories. So really surprising, Nokia is actually having two different companies to produce Nokia branded accessories. So really skeptical out there for me. So been following up with the news for some time, and I decided to try out the Nokia P3600. So the Nokia P3600 has this amazing premium build design. It has also offered something new, Qualcomm App X, and it's something that I was really curious to try. Is it really that good? Because I was really expecting them not to be good, to be honest, because I don't know that they actually exist before this, and I was really wrong. So I was really amazed with what the P3600 can achieve, and I will still recommend the P3600 over any other earbuds out there simply because it's affordable, the quality that it offers is unparalleled. So having said all that, I was really curious with what HMD Global has to offer this time. So the design language of the BH-205 and the BH-805 was actually what made me curious to see if actually HMD Global has improved the shortcomings of the BH-605, and they do. So this is the BH-205, which is for the affordable category, and this is how it looks like. So this is the Polar Sea color, a beautiful color. It has these enhancements over the edge where the touch panels are, so you actually do know where the touch panels are located. And the qual quality is good, the audio quality is good, really a good device for the price of USD about $35. Now, having said all that, I was still waiting for the BH-805, and I actually only received them yesterday. So this is the BH-805. So before we go further, this is how the box looks like. So it's written here as noise cancelling earbud. So this is the first noise cancelling earbud made by HMD Global, but it is not the first noise cancelling earbud made by Nokia. So that title goes to P3802A. So the P3802A is the first Nokia branded active noise cancelling earbuds out there. So we're not going to talk about that now. Let's concentrate on the BH-805. So some information on the outer part. So it has an ambient mode. It's got 5 hours of usage with the active noise cancellation activated, 13mm drivers, an IPX5 rating, and Bluetooth 5.0. So if you go to the official Nokia website, there are some contrasting information regarding this. It's listed as IPX7 instead of IPX5, listed as a 6mm membrane instead of 13mm membrane. So a bit of confusion right there. So this is how it looks like. The box are pretty simple, and this is how the Bluetooth earbuds themselves look like. So the box comes with a USB-C charging cable. It also have different sizes of silicone ear tip for you to change according to your preference. So this is how the BH-05 looks like. We've got a Nokia branding on top. The 4 LEDs shows how much of charge is left. We've got a USB-C charging port at the bottom. A beautiful addition is the reset button. So before this, you have to try different maneuvers to press on each individual earbuds to actually reset them, but this makes your life simple. So I'm going to take these earbuds out to show you how they actually look like. Now this is the BH-805, the charcoal black one, and this is the BH-205, the Polar C one. So you can see the differences in how they actually look like. The BH-805 looks a bit chunkier. Now this is where things get a bit confusing. So if you think that this is where the touch panels are, you're actually wrong. The touch panels are located on the inner part of the shaft here. If you were to see here carefully, there's a small recess area. So this is where the touch panels are. And I find it really of a discomfort, because if you were to be using it like this and you want to activate it, you have to go all the way in, because your fingertip is definitely larger than the shaft itself. So it's hard to actually go and actually feel for it and activate it. So I find it a bit of what do I say? I don't know. I don't really understand the choice of placement. Why can't they just have it here where it's more easily accessible? So the BH-805 also houses a single microphone. So the microphone is located at the tip here. Now let's talk a bit about the Nokia P3802. So this is the Nokia P3802. It comes with 3 microphones on each side. The touch panel is located here, and it's actually quite comfortable to use. Slightly smaller dimension, easy access to the touch panels, has active noise cancellation, has ambient mode, and houses 3 microphones for superior clarity. Now, how do they each perform? So I've been using the BH-805 for a day now, and I'm going to tell you how it compares to the BH-605. So if you compare the BH-605 to the BH-805, BH-605 emphasizes more on clarity compared to depth. BH-805 has good amount of clarity and also emphasizes on depth, but the depth of the audio that's coming out from the BH-805 is not refined. Now it's hard for me to describe it in other terms. So generally the BH-805 is actually good. It's definitely a step up compared to the BH-605. But if you were to compare it to the P3802A, for example, it's about the same. I would say it is about the same when it comes to active noise cancellation. It is about the same when it comes to the call quality. But there are certain differences if you were to be more particular about the subtle things. So for one, the P3802A has 3 microphones on each side. So the P3802 has a total of 6 microphones. So the more microphones you have, the better the noise cancellation is. So this is more important when it comes to communication through Bluetooth. So if you're going to talk with somebody, the more microphones you have help you to isolate your audio, your sound from the surroundings. So you've got a much clearer listening on either side of the device. And the P3802 definitely has a longer battery life. It lasts about 32 hours if I'm not mistaken, compared to 25 hours on the BH-805. Now, the active noise cancellation part of both these devices are similar, because they don't actually block the sound around you, they just sort of muffle them. And in the website it stated that it reduces up to 25 decibels of sound around you. So in real life, that's like probably muffling just the noise around you. It's not the same as the active noise cancellation like the W series of the Sony, where you got an ear cup to actually effectively block. That gives you a really more immersive listening experience, but the BH-805 sort of just muffle them down. And if you've seen my previous review, I've said that the design of the earbud is actually very important. So this is where P3600 shines. The P3600 sits in your ear canal itself, totally blocks outside noise. So it doesn't have active noise cancellation per se, but the design itself filters probably about the same as how the active noise cancellation would work. And this is not using any battery itself. So the noise cancellation works, but it's not what you want it to be. Same goes to the ambient mode. So the ambient mode on the on the P3802A, it really amplifies the sound. So it's got a lot of microphones to pick up all the sounds around you, and it really actually amplifies them. Whereas on the BH-805, it doesn't amplify as much. So yes, you can listen to your surrounding, but it doesn't really amplify as much as you want it to be. Now, when it comes to audio quality, the P3802 actually performs better. So why and how it is better? It's a bit difficult and technical. I'm not the right person to explain, but I'm a layman when it comes to describing how sound should be. So I'm going to make it simple. So the BH-805 has clarity, has depth. The depth is not refined, whereas on the P3802 it is more on clarity, the depth is acceptable, and it's slightly refined. So you won't be generally be disappointed with the BH-805 per se. The listening experience is actually quite good. But if you are listening coming from devices like P3802, this is not really an upgrade, probably a downgrade. And this is just with the P3802. Like I said earlier, if you want an absolute bliss in listening to audio quality, look no further than the P3600. So if you have used a P3600 before, the Nokia BH-805 is nowhere close. So I've been testing with music, especially those made by Hans Zimmer or A.R. Rahman, to experience the different range of notes that's available, and only devices like P3600 can actually go through each of these without any distortion. So really impressive feat by Richco. And BH-805 actually does the work, but it is not as refined. It is definitely an upgrade over the BH-605, but it can't offer what the P3802A is offering, or the P3600 can offer. So having said that, would I recommend it? It comes down to preference, it comes down to availability. So both these devices are actually not officially available in Malaysia, where I am, but we can actually get it through online third-party retailers. So if you are in an area or in a place where you have access to both these devices, I would definitely recommend the P3802A compared to the BH-805. But if you don't have, the BH-805 would definitely be an upgrade over the BH-605. So I hope you actually enjoy this content, and if you have any questions about it, if you want to know further on how the BH-805 or any specific question related to that, do just ask me in the comment section below, or probably just ask me in Twitter. I am more active in Twitter these days. So I do hope all of you take care. I hope that this video has shown what the new range of earbuds made by HMD Global performs. And do take care. I hope to see you all again. Bye.